So I'm saying goodbye to my MacBook Pro for a day. Only a day? Sure. It's not that long, so why am I making a big deal about it? Well, my whole workflow relies on that MacBook because I am a Final Cut Pro user for all the videos that I make. And we all know that that is an Apple exclusive software. So yeah, switching to a Chromebook Plus for a day is a big deal for me. Here's how it went down. So it's 9 a.m. and I'm just about to start my day. I am about to pop the Chromebook Plus on my desk and remove my MacBook Pro. Very, very weird to say that, but I'm really intrigued to see how this is going to perform for me today because I do have a lot of admin to do. This morning in particular, it's going to be running through emails and doing some video planning and scripting. I've fallen behind a little bit this week, so I need to spend some time doing that. So let's just get into the day, see how this baby goes. Okay, so we are not going to connect the laptop to the monitor because the monitor is Thunderbolt and it is charging the device, and we want a true representation of how the battery life is going to last today. We are currently at 100%, which is fantastic. Most important start to the day is a good coffee. Now, if you're wondering where I am, this is my setup inside my house. It's separate to my studio, and this is where I spend most of my time doing my admin and just stuff at nighttime before I go to bed. So we will be going into the studio later on, but for now we are just sitting here because yeah, this is an accurate example of how I spend my mornings. The Chromebook Plus that I am using today is the Asus CX34 in this amazing white. I do have a video that I did recently about this laptop that goes into a lot more detail, so do check that out. I have the brightness up about 3/4 of the way, and I have my Outlook emails open, and I've got Google open with currently 4 tabs, which is YouTube, Pinterest, and 2 Google Docs. My workflow is quite chaotic. I would love to be someone who has a really organized Notion and has that all set out perfectly, but I am just chaos in this little body, and I have so many Google Docs. Google Docs I love though because it allows me just to jump into one document, put everything I need in there, structure it how I like to. I already pay for cloud storage, so I have plenty of that. And for me, it's just so much easier to navigate, especially with a Chromebook Plus because you can use docs offline. So just in case I am in the studio where there's currently no internet or I take this laptop with me, I can work offline and have it sync when I'm connected again. So for me, that just works wonders. And obviously I have the ability to just quickly get on my phone and access it as well. Obviously you can do that with something like Notion, but I can't wrap my head around it. It's too confusing for me. So right now I am writing some video scripts for some short form videos. I also need to spend some time on Pinterest and build a mood board because I am in the process of organizing a photo shoot and I need some inspiration to send to the photographer. So that is how we're going to spend the morning. And who knows, maybe have a second coffee. I hope you can hear that noise. I'm not too sure what it is. I can't work out what that noise is. I don't know if it's the fans or something else, but it's worrying. It sounds like sizzling. So I haven't heard this before, or at least I haven't heard it enough to be aware of it, because it very well could have been happening since I got this thing, but yeah, I'm not too sure. It's very strange. It's been an hour. It's 10:11 at the moment, and yeah, very weird. My morning has been disturbed because it's time for some puppy cam. This is Buddy. Boop. You're so cute. Okay, so it is 11 o'clock and I have finished my morning. We'll do a battery check-in, 70% battery life on the Chromebook Plus, which is not bad. All I've been doing this morning was writing some scripts. I was doing some social work as well as Pinterest, so not bad. But what the bad is is that buzzing noise that I caught on camera. I don't actually know what that was. It kind of sounds like the fans, but I was also comparing it to, you know, back in the day when our old laptops had CD drives in them and you would put a disc in and it would scratch around as it was spinning. That's what it kind of sounded like. So I'm not too sure if it is the fans or if it is the motherboard in here, but it's a bit concerning. I don't know when it started. This could have been a problem beforehand. I really don't think it just started today. I do think that it probably has been happening for a while and I just haven't noticed, but yeah, it is something that I have picked up. What has been frustrating is typing on this Chromebook Plus. You might know there is no caps lock button on a Chromebook Plus. There is the search button, and in order to toggle caps on and caps off, you do have to press Alt and that search button, and that is just not natural to me. Using a MacBook and using a Windows laptop or computer, normal keyboard, having that caps lock button, it's just ingrained in my brain, as it is, I'm sure, most of you as well. So having to adjust the way I type is quite frustrating, and it's just because I'm not used to it. The other thing I'm a bit iffy with is the touchpad, the mouse pad. It does feel like you have to force it down a bit more when you're clicking. It just doesn't feel as smooth as other computers I've used. Now, we have to remember this is a lower price laptop. It is still around the $1,000 mark, which I wouldn't say is cheap. I think that is entry level for a good laptop anyway, but the build doesn't feel as premium as some of the other laptops I've used. And obviously we know that that's what you get when you're buying a Chromebook Plus. It just doesn't feel as smooth as other touchpads I've used. So it's time to break for some food because I haven't eaten this morning. And once I finish with my break, I'm going to move to the studio and have a little business meeting with my other half. And then later on in this afternoon is when I'm going to be doing some video editing. Now, I cannot edit a full YouTube video on a Chromebook because I'm a Final Cut Pro user. I need Final Cut Pro and I need all my plugins for my YouTube videos. So what I am going to do is edit some short form content with CapCut and see how that goes. So yeah, stay tuned for later.
For the general public. I mean, because right now, even if I was buying a laptop, I'd be buying a Chromebook first and foremost.
Okay, so it is 1:20 and we have just finished up our little brainstorming business meeting session. Battery check-in, we're sitting at 45%. The computer thinks that there is, well, it just thought that there was 3 hours and 44 minutes left, but then it went up to 3 hours and 45 minutes. It doesn't know what it wants. However, 45%, I mean, we just did a lot, but we did a lot of internet browsing and typing. I haven't actually loaded up any video editing software yet, so it's kind of a shock. There's 10 tabs open at the moment, and it is getting a bit warm. I mean, it's not bad, but you can definitely feel the heat starting to fly out from it. I'm shocked at how much it has drained, given the fact I haven't opened CapCut. It's just been Google Chrome. That's all it's been open, and emails, but interesting. Anyway, so I'm going to spend the afternoon doing some video editing. I'm going to give myself a bit of a break now though, because like brain is just drained from that meeting. But yeah, I'll check in with you soon and we'll see how it goes with video editing. I'm giving up on trying to edit videos on CapCut on this Chromebook Plus. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually move my files off my SSD and onto the laptop. So I do want to copy that. So it says there's about 2 minutes remaining to move one folder of about 16 videos, so that's not too bad. It's interesting that you don't actually see a progress bar, you just see a slight countdown here, which that was frozen on 2 minutes for a little while. Now that it's moved down to seconds remaining, you can actually see the time limit decreasing. The noise is still happening though. So one folder has transferred across 16 files, so that's good. I'm going to move the next one now, which only has 2 videos in there. Really annoying update. It is now 2:52. I haven't actually started any editing, and the reason being is that I've been waiting for a 5 GB video and a 400 MB video to upload into CapCut. Now, from my understanding, Chromebook Pluses use web-based softwares, and CapCut is web-based. You can download the app, but it opens the browser. I don't have internet in the studio at the moment because that's a whole different topic that's been very frustrating. So I moved into the house, connected to the Wi-Fi, got all the videos uploading. It took from my last check-in till now to get that 5 GB file to import into CapCut. And it has drained the battery to 17%. That is insane, really disappointing. So I don't know how much editing I'm going to get done before this thing dies, because it's not even 3 p.m. We're 7 minutes away from 3 p.m. and the computer's almost flat. I'm gonna see how much I can get done now. Then I'm probably gonna have to plug it in. I really do wanna get at least one video done so I can see how the computer works, how the laptop is heating, cooling, all those sorts of things. Yeah, so wish me luck. I'm giving up on trying to edit videos on CapCut on this Chromebook Plus because it is very laggy. I'm finding that I'm trying to make clicks and do shortcuts and stuff, and they're not responding as fast as what I hope it would. And it's actually really hard to edit this video in the way that I edit. I don't have this problem on CapCut when I have it on my PC, which is underneath the table here. I don't know if this is because it's the web-based version and not actually installed on the laptop. That could be why, actually. Yeah, not a great experience. Do not recommend. That's not to say that a Chromebook Plus is not capable of creative work. When you purchase this, or one of the Chromebook Pluses in general, you're actually eligible for a 3-month trial of Adobe Photoshop web version. The 3-month trial also gives you access to Adobe Express Premium plan as well. So any kind of, I guess, photo editing, graphic work, if you were doing like YouTube thumbnails or stuff like that, I think that would work pretty well. It's just having a really hard time with CapCut web version, unfortunately, at least in my experience here. But I think it's time to recap the day. All right, so let's recap the day with the Chromebook Plus, specifically the Asus CX34. I have enjoyed it. I think it's been really great for just general productivity, and by that I mean typing documents, doing emails, or any kind of word work. Where it's obviously lacked for me is the video editing aspect. Like, I can't even edit what I wanted to edit before. CapCut Web was just not working, and I'm not paying for LumaFusion. That does cost extra, and I'm not prepared to spend because I already have invested so much money into Final Cut Pro. The debate there could be, well, you're a reviewer, you should be buying the software, but no, I don't want to, because me, if I was going to buy one of these, I wouldn't buy it for a video editing machine, because it's not that. You can do minor stuff, but I would not produce my YouTube videos on here at all. I would absolutely use this as a note-taking device, as an admin pocket companion, you know, doing my emails, on the go traveling. If I just need access to a computer, this is going to be perfect for that. It's really disappointing that the battery life just drained heavily in that last hour from CapCut. Not even an hour. I don't think it's been an hour yet. I think it might have been like 45 minutes, but it is what it is. I know that's quite demanding on the computer. I have loved typing on this thing. I think the keyboard is one of the nicest keyboards I've actually used on a laptop in a very long time. The keyboard itself feels really smooth, really nice to type on. I love how light this thing is. It is so easy just to lift with one hand. So this is really good for travel and things like that, if you're not pushing it. Now, I wouldn't say I pushed it today. It's been on for a while, but I am quite surprised at how much the battery drained. So 1,059 Australian dollars is how much this costs at full price. Do I think it's worth it? I think so. You could potentially pick up a 15-inch pretty basic i5 laptop around that similar price if you're looking at sale prices. But I think for form factor, it's a 14-inch. It's got all the ports you need, extremely lightweight, webcam, headphone jack, very thin, easy to throw in the bag. I think that price point is pretty fair. However, I know when they came out, I'm pretty sure they went on sale straight away. So you could absolutely snag this for a bargain if you're committed to operating Chrome OS. I still find certain things difficult because of that natural integration in my brain of PC and Mac, and you know, something as simple as the caps lock button. It's been hard to adjust to that. So the model that I have has a 12th generation Intel Core i5 1235U processor. It's been a very long time since I have used an i5, and it's not bad. Considering what I've done today, I think it is kind of perfect. It's just, yeah, the battery life is where it's lacked, I suppose. I was trying to do a 9 to 5, showing you the battery life and hoping that it wouldn't drain. But even just sitting here now, 3:11 p.m., we're on 12%. So it's gonna die pretty soon if I don't stop using it. So if you want more information on this model, do check out my previous video as there's a lot more detail there. But I do want to shout out Google again for sending this over for me. Thank you so much. It's been a pretty good challenge of changing my workflow to a Chromebook Plus for the day. I wish I could have done my video editing. That was the biggest thing I wanted to do today, but it's not working. It's not practical. So that's a shame. Let me know if you want to see more day in the life videos like this, because I think they're quite fun to switch my workflow at home and show you like what I get up to on a standard day of work when I'm planning, when I'm doing admin. That's the best time to put these pieces of tech through the ringer. So let me know in the comments what you thought, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.